Hi guys, so in order to ensure that we have a great semester in video productions, I'm going to go over some of my expectations. Pay careful attention and follow along. Okay, so first of all, boom, our house rules. First steps for school. I need for you to try, I know that's not possible for everybody, to have a quiet spot set up for just you, just for school. If you are on your couch or your bed, please don't lay down. That is unprofessional. Sit up and participate properly. Have the lights on. Sitting in the darkness is bad for your eyes, even if you like being in the dark. And it's especially bad right now because we're on the computer all day long. So that's just a double whammy right there. Be sure that you stay in the light to help protect your eyes. And pets. I love pets. I've got several. But I don't let them into my areas when I am recording, when I am studying, when I'm doing work, because they're distracting. Arrive to class on time. That means you are logged into WebEx and you are there at the beginning of class. I usually start the meeting 5 minutes before, so you are more than welcome to start your meeting as early as 5 minutes before. By the way, I am going to start counting tardies, and that means that habitual tardies will have consequences. Next up, no blankets. If you're cold, dress more warmly. Wrapping up in a blanket is not going to be allowed when we're back in the classroom, so why do you think it would be allowed during our class meetings? Also, it's an expectation that you guys wear school appropriate clothes. That means no pajamas, no sleeveless tops, and please don't wear your hood up over and then, with the whole, no, if you've ever seen South Park, you're not Kenny. I want to be able to see your face. Also, speaking of videos, your video needs to remain on at all times. I need to be able to see you so that I know you're here. You can't exit without permission. Please remain muted unless you need help, then unmute yourself. And if you need to leave to go to the bathroom, just send me a little private chat, get up and go, and then come back, all right? All right, so every day, and I'm going to be reiterating some of the information from earlier. Log into the class WebEx meeting either through the invite or through the link on Schoology. On Monday, read the week's whole agenda. What is it we're doing all week? Then go to the day and read the read first every day to see our goals and agenda for that day. You will have a graded assignment every day. Turn it in before you leave class. All right, this stuff really isn't that hard. You should be able to get it done before the end of the class period. We've got 80 minutes together. Again, I cannot stress this enough. Have your video turned on. Otherwise, I'm going to think that you left. And I'm going to change your attendance to absent. Now, if you're having bandwidth issues, which will affect whether or not you can show yourself on screen, I will know. Don't try to fake it. The system tells me that you are having bandwidth problems. If I see a little icon, a little yellow triangle in the upper left-hand corner of your screen, I know that you are having bandwidth problems. When I hover over it, it says that you are having bandwidth problems. So again, don't try to fake it. I'll know. And then again, please complete all of your work. Most of the time, it's one little teeny tiny sentence, okay? If you are having legit video issues, which does happen, then every few minutes check in with me on chat. The chat window, just check in with me, say, hey, I'm still here, so that I absolutely know that you are still in class. And stay muted unless if you need help. I'd prefer that you unmute yourself and get my attention verbally. I don't oftentimes check the chat, but if you are every few minutes putting in, hey, I'm still here, I'm going to look over and see that. All right? Now, if you're having audio issues, if you can't hear me, get a friend to tell you what's going on in the chat box. So, or we can also make a, say one person kind of transcribes everything that's going on for everybody, just in case. That is an option. All right, now as far as Schoology, at the very top of your video production course, you're going to see the WebEx link. You're going to see a link to this video, and you are going to see an extension activities folder. Every week has its own folder. Every day within that week has its own folder. And everything within these folders should be in the order that they should be completed. When we are doing lectures, when you go into the day, you will see Read First, which is that day's agenda. Underneath that, you will see a note catcher, which are statements to help you figure out the important information to listen for in the lecture. Just write your answers on a separate piece of paper, and then you can keep those together so you can refer back to that information. And then you will see a video link, which is me presenting the day's lecture. Then underneath that, you see a PowerPoint. That is the PowerPoint that I use when I am doing the lecture in the video, in case you need to look at an individual slide or two. And then there's an exit ticket. The requirements and the number of points that these are worth will change based on what I'm asking for that day. So be sure to pay attention and write using complete sentences and proper punctuation. By the way, I didn't put a slide for this. I just remembered I actually have a lectures notes for every week, and that just has every day's notes, important information, both in English and in Spanish, just as an FYI. Okay, extension activities. So the extension activities are explained in the video in the folder. Basically, it's allowing you to get ahead on your project. The more time you spend in the extension activities, and you do that on your own time, or you do that if you have completed all of your work and I haven't dismissed you. If it's not the end of class, you've completed all of your work for me for that day, then you will turn to the extension activities folder and go through each step listed there. All right? Now, if you have any questions, remember, when we are in a meeting, your best bet is to unmute yourself if you need attention. You can always email me or send me a message through Schoology. Be sure, if you have questions, to ask. All right? I will see you in class. Have a great day.